A new ban list is here for Master Duel, and we're going to be having a $1,000 tournament qualifier on this Sunday. We're going to be having a ban list applied tournament on twitch.tv/dcade. Now, before going into the ban list, let's see what is the tier list looking like. You have Tenpai Dragon as the sole tier 1 deck at a power level of 20, followed by, within tier 2, you have Yubel, Snake Eye Fire King, and Voiceless Voice. Voiceless barely on tier 2, and I believe it's doing well because it has a pretty good matchup against Tenpai Dragon, as it could summon Meteor Burst Dragon to completely turn off Tenpai Dragon within the battle phase through their Pendulum Graph Dragon. And then you have Ritual Beast in tier 3, another brand new deck alongside Tenpai Dragon. It's absolutely dominating the Asian region within Master Duel. They are clapping it up. I think Ritual Beast will only become even more powerful on the tier list as even more people realize the true strength of the deck. I think it has an amazing matchup against Tenpai Dragon, not only locking out Tenpai with Protos calling fire, but also their ulti raid Link 4 monster being able to banish their field spell if needed. It's nuts. You got to learn the deck. Now, let's see what is going on with the ban list. Boom. Cards to be unlimited. Spright starter. From 2 to 3, Spright was a tier 1 deck on release back in February 2023, as you can see there. And I recently used this card in my Magia deck. I do not want to click on the deck list because I will probably get spoiled on the rest of the ban list. But now this deck just got a little bit more consistent. That's fine with me. That's great. Awesome. Okay. And now Spright has some new tools, like with Yubel, it can be played with. So we'll see. Maybe I could revisit this looking at this card later if there's any other unhits to other Spright cards or not. Let's see. But just this alone, would this make it on the tier list? Probably just tier 3. I don't think it'd be strong tier 1, tier 2, or anything like that. Just from this 2 to 3, not that big of a deal. Now let's keep on going. Spright and Invoker. All right, so let's click and see who is using this card recently. We have Makonko. So the main reason why people want to be making the Invoker with 2 level 3 monsters is going to be for the Isolde. And the Isolde is going to, be popping off from there, summoning a warrior from the deck by sending equip cards to the grave, all that nonsense. And it going from 1 to 3, is that a big deal? Why do we care about that? Well, I see that as just being extra protection against disruption, like maybe Unicorn. Unicorn ripping out Invoker from the extra deck. Now, they can't do that as well, I guess. And it's interesting to note that this is not a hard once per turn activation. So you could theoretically summon Invoker, you imperm as I activate it, and I go, okay, I have enough to make another one. And if I can, I make that other one, and I guess I would just probably make an Isolde from there anyway. I don't know. I don't think anyone's going to be playing 3, but just trying my best to think of why anyone would play more than 1. Let's keep on going. Destiny Hero Malicious. From 2 to 3. Wow, it's already at 3 in TCG. I would love to look at a hero deck list right now, but I should save it for the end because, again, don't want to get spoiled on any other hits here. We already have the other Destiny hero that's used alongside Malicious, which essentially turns this into 3 copies. So now it's going to be 4 copies of Malicious. Being able to plus a body onto the field, that is huge. And being able to do it so easily, that's to make them big combos. All right, nice. I think heroes will enjoy that a lot. All right, let's just click on Malicious real quick to see, as we don't look at any other deck list. 100% played at 2. It will be played at 3. Yup, believe it. All right, let's keep on going. Mash change 2 to 3. I think this is late. What the heck, Konami? I suggested for this to happen a while ago while Yubel and Snake Eye Fire King were the top tier decks. It was even before Yubel and before Fire King even, because this is anti-graveyard. So how this works is you target a face-up monster control that has a level, and the monster you target is going to be a dark monster. So think of your own deck that has a dark monster in it. You're going to send your dark monster to the graveyard, and then special summon from your extra deck, you're going to put into your extra deck a Dark Law. And then that's how you're going to counter the graveyard decks. So for now, Dark Law is going to be much more accessible in any deck you want, but this is not good against Tenpai. Tenpai doesn't care if their cards are being banished. Any card sent to the graveyard, to the opponent's graveyard that is banished instead. So what's cool about this card is it is a one-way banishment. Your own cards are not getting banished. Also, there's the extra effect of if your opponent adds a card from their deck to the hand, you randomly banish a card from the hand, that's fine. But mostly, this should be trying to first turn kill any deck that cares about the graveyard. All right, interesting. So is anyone even teching this at the moment? So of course it's not being played in Heroes because Heroes can naturally summon Dark Law themselves. This is about being played in other decks. And as you can see, Dream Mirror, Orcus, Evil Eye, a random Yubel player, 3% or a few of them. Wait, even recent, what? What is it? Whoa, I don't, oh crap, okay. I did not even see anything. If anything else got hit, oh my God, I got excited to look at this deck list. We're gonna have to look at it later because there may be hits from the ban list on that. Oh my God, all right, let's keep on going. Fusion Destiny, what the heck is going on? Malicious, Mass Change, Fusion Destiny. We got a hero theme with the ban list where, again, Mass Change 2 is not for heroes, it's for everyone else to get a taste of heroes. But Fusion Destiny from 2 to 3, this was a big month for Konami when DPE came out, and now that's what this card is tied to, of course, the Enforcer. The Enforcer giving everyone the ability to non-target pop a card in the field, and also through the Celestial, where's Celestial? There it is. Yep, Celestial, draw 2 cards during the next turn, and this card got banned. And once this card got banned, and Fusion Destiny also being semi-limited, it kind of just fell off. But when Fusion Destiny was big, we did not have a card like Thrust, which could give you an even more consistent way to search for your Fusion Destiny going second. So maybe Fusion Destiny could be considered not only a good turn 1 card, but even turn 2. And stick with me here. If you're gonna play Thrust and Fusion Destiny, you may as well toss in something else, all right? I'm not pro Floodgate, but you know, you gotta do. Dimensional Barrier. So if you're playing against Tenpai, and let's say they activate a Max C against you, any of their hand traps, they Veiler, Ash, it does not matter. You now get to use Thrust and just play 1 copy of D-Barrier, and then set it into your back row, call Synchro during the Tenpai player's turn, and they are now screwed. So Thrust, Fusion Destiny, and Dimensional Barrier, that is definitely something. I see it. So yeah, and then the Enforcer coming back every turn, cool. All right, I like it. Interesting. Let's keep on going. What else? And of course, for heroes, that's big. That's big. They're playing the card at 2. Yep, now they're playing at 3. Wow. You know, 3 Malicious, 3 Fusion Destiny now. Awesome. Branded opening. Oh my goodness. What an unrestriction on branded? Well, where's Branded on the tier? Branded has forever been on the tier list. And I think this is the first moment in a very long time where Branded has fallen off the tier list. So I guess Konami has taken note of that. They're like, yup, Master Duel meta tier list. Where's Branded? It's finally gone. Let's bring it back. And there you go. So this, I guess, is confirmation that Konami does not fully hate Branded. They are willing to give them some love when they need it, and they do need it right now. So good on Konami for doing that. From 1 to 2, awesome. All right, and maybe we'll look at decklist after that. Wait, full changes. Wait, huh? That's it? No. This is a mini ban list. Wait, when is this being implemented? This is implemented October 31st. Okay, so this is not really a real ban list. This is like a mini ban list. We received one around the World Championship or even before that or after that. I forget when it was. Yeah, this is not a real ban list. We'll get a more real ban list later, but actually that will be towards November. But, you know, beyond that, yeah, I guess it's okay to get something small because what were they really going to hit? Well, you want to hit Tenpai Dragon, right? You can't hit Tenpai Dragon. They have never hit a card that was currently in the shop in the selection pack, and that does not count for pre-hits. So once it's available in the shop, then it can't be hit until the pack turns red. So they had to obtain Outlaws of the Inferno, boom, it would go red, then it's fine to hit. So Tenpai's safe for, you know, at least 2-3 more months before it finally gets hit by the ban list. But that does not mean they would not hit any other card that's supporting the deck. But what is supporting the deck? What are you going to do? Ban Trident Dragon? That's literally the only thing that they could have hit here. Or hit Heavenly Spheres? I mean, they're playing these at 1, so anything but a ban would be absurd. You know what? To be honest, though, I could have seen them put Shifter to 1, possibly. Even though a lot of people are not playing it, and the reason they're not playing it because everyone else is playing Tenpai, and this is not so good in the mirror match. All right, yup. Let's see what else is here. So we want to look at the hero decks, and we'll look at Branded and Sprites, and yeah, oh boy. Oh yeah, and that deck we're going to look at that was maybe going to spoil us, being played in Yubel. first freaking place, October 20th. What the heck was that? What is going on here? Main deck and 2 mash change 2. Maybe Konami saw this deck list get first place and they're like, why don't we just put this at 3? All right, let's do it. 2 mash change 2, now bump it to 3, and you got the Dark Law in the extra deck. Already playing 42 cards, maybe now 43. This is actually a very interesting deck. Okay, Red Reboot, Lightning Storm, Duster, Raigeki. No thrust to even be searching these board breaker cards like that. Just, sure, hard draw them and wipe out the opponent. Even a random reboot. What was going on in this event? Tenpai Dragon was the best deck, yet I just talked about how this is not good against Tenpai. But in a Tenpai meta, he got first place with Mash Change 2 at 2. I don't even know what's going on. What the? Wait. Oh, what? The Sword Soul Centurion? What is this? Asian tournament? They are crazy over there. They're cooking. All right. So good job. And wow. Okay. This tournament is absolutely insane. All right. Let me go back to the other changes. Now, let's see. Malicious. If you want to see a good way to play heroes to get ready for that within, it's just next week. Oh my goodness. Yep. Triple of the Destiny Fusion Destiny, and then max out the Malicious. Looking good. Already averaging at 42 cards. So it will be interesting to see people try to fit in those extra cards. And there actually is possibly maybe a chance they're not going to play 3 Malicious because they're already going over 40. I think I would, but we'll see. It could brick in the hand, and you do at least want a second copy so that it can actually be useful. But, beyond 2, it should still be pretty good. And then Denier being able to return a Banished Malicious back on top of the deck. Yup, all right. Has it done anything recently? You got a Master 1 deck list here. Okay, decided to go back to Master of Test Heroes. Nice, all right. And what else are we looking at here? And Branded. Let's see Branded. This branded opening, it's important to know if you want to detect this card in your own deck, it states that after activating this card, you cannot, for the rest of the turn, special summon from the extra deck except fusion monsters. So you got to be careful about that if you wanted to make a Little Knight or an Anaconda before this. Otherwise, you cannot do it after. Now, let's see. Branded. How is Branded doing? Of course, 100% are playing it at 1. Now, looking at Branded, average deck size 60. So it's going to be very easy to fit that second copy into the deck here. Just go up to 2 Branded opening. But I think I'm more interested in, here's a tournament deck list recently. Sure, something like that. Oh my gosh, they're summoning the Triple D Divisor to lock the opponent. Oh, that's nasty. Okay, anyway. What kind of tech decks are playing opening that's not branded? Let's see. Let's scroll from here. We have Tier Limit. So this deck will benefit from being able to put in a second opening. That's nice to see. And, this is a dual triangle tournament. We don't care about that as much. Yeah, it's pretty much just going to be branded, and I guess branded tier. They're playing with the Canon Gen with branded. So, sure, all right. Nice boost to branded and tier limit playing branded. What are the comments? Free Nimble Beaver. Oh, yeah, let's look at the hits of Spright. So with Spright being unlimited, let's see. The other cards that are hit, Blue and Jet are still semi-limited. And now you got fully unlimited starter. That is great. And part of these hits is the Nimble Beaver being limited to 1. And another part of Spright hit is the Totally Awesome. That is a Spright hit. It's banned because of Spright Elf. It's activatable more than once per turn. Negate anything, reborn it back in the field, then negate again. That's way too good. And what else is hit? Is it the Toad? The Toad. Which one? Ronin Totem's not hit. Okay, Swap Frog. It's Swap Frog, right? Swap Frog, is that hit? Swap Frog limited 1. Again, another Spright hit. So it is beyond the Spright Jet Blue, extending over to the Frog, Beaver, and Totally Awesome. But again, I don't think anything too crazy is going to be happening with this. Let's see. Anything recently popping off? Got top 16 of a Meta Weekly. Sure, something like this. A 60-card crazy Mad Lad deck. This is pretty cool to see. So now it got a nice little boost. And as I was saying earlier, play the deck with Ubel. So Ubel, Spright, put in that third starter. Nice. All right. And how are people talking about this? Free Nimble Beaver. So thank you for reminding me about that. Free the blue jet nimble beaver, totally. Okay. Always love let's unhit stuff list. Yeah, you know, a nice little mini ban list, sure. Branded, yup, okay. Mass Change 2 has been semied since Macedon's release. About time they clean it off. It really is overdue. I think it should have been unlimited a while ago. And what else is good? Opening to 2 is nice, sure. Go to 3 with Aliber and Serenir. Free, totally awesome. Ban Elf. Still no Justusar unban. You what, mate? But why? You know, it's just a nice little mini ban list. All right, so there you go. That is a ban list. I'll be seeing you on twitch.tv/dcade on this Sunday with the new ban list applied. Will Spright be topping again, as it already did, but maybe a more standard version of Spright? Will heroes be re-emerging within the event? Will random decks be playing the Mass Change 2? As we already saw, it got first place in a UBEL deck in a tournament where Tenpai was there. All right, that's it. We out. Thank you very much. Let's go.